How's everybody doing today? It's Nicky D, and welcome back to the Nicky D channel. Since we have Perth coming up on Saturday when we go over there for the Elimination Chamber, I figured it's only right that we do top 10 favorite WWE Elimination Chamber matches. Remember, these will be matches that happened at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view, not Elimination Chamber matches. Other than that, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and let's get started. Number 10, Kevin Owens versus John Cena, 2015. Going into this match, John Cena was the United States champion, and Kevin Owens was the NXT champion. And this was Kevin Owens' very first match in WWE. It had a slow start. Owens dominated. Cena took control, hit his 5-knuckle shuffle, but Owens kicked out and hit the pop-up powerbomb for a 1-2-ooh. And then Cena hit an AA. Owens came back and hit his own attitude adjustment, but couldn't beat him. And then finally, Owens hit the pop-up powerbomb for the 1-2-3. And Kevin Owens, in his very first match in WWE, defeated, at the time, 15-time World Heavyweight Champion John Cena. This was definitely a great moment because it was one of the passing of the torch type moments. And John Cena was always so great at putting other superstars over. This was a perfect example. Number 9. The Rock versus CM Punk for the WWE Championship in 2013. The Rock was the champion going into this match, and if The Rock had lost by disqualification or countout, CM Punk would win the championship. The match started slow, CM Punk trying to goat The Rock and disqualifying himself, but to no avail. Punk wore Rock down through a lot of this match. Punk ended up hitting the rock bottom on The Rock through the announce table, trying to get The Rock counted out, but The Rock made it back to the ring by the count of 9. Rock hit his rock bottom for a 1-2 kick out. Referees were down in this match like crazy. Eventually, The Rock did hit the people's elbow, and after some shenanigans, The Rock ended up hitting the rock bottom for the 1-2-3 to retain the WWE Championship. This was a very entertaining match, and it was the main event for this card. So yeah, it was definitely worthy of this list. Number 8. Roman Reigns wins the 2018 Elimination Chamber. Our first Elimination Chamber match of this list. There's 4 of them on this list. And the match started out with Finn Baszler and Seth Rollins. The Miz came out 3rd. Then Cena came out 4th. Roman came out 5th. Braun Strowman came out 6th. Elias came out last. This was the only Elimination Chamber in WWE history to have 7 competitors. Braun Strowman eliminated almost the whole field as he eliminated Elias first, then he eliminated Cena, then Balor, then Seth Rollins, before it came down to Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman. Roman Reigns conquered the Monster Among Men to win the Elimination Chamber and book his ticket to WrestleMania 34, where he would fight the Beast, Brock Lesnar. Number 7. John Cena versus Kane in an ambulance match in 2012. I didn't remember this match, to be honest, and when I went back and watched it, I was more than sports entertained. This match started fighting immediately after the bell, and they got to the ambulance very quickly. And John Cena had put Kane in a wheelchair. There was a gurney used at one point. This was definitely a good ambulance match. They even fought throughout the crowd and in the technical area. Kane ended up chokeslamming Cena through the announce table and got the gurney to take Cena to the ambulance. And to no avail, Cena was able to survive right as Kane was closing the door. And then a few minutes later, John Cena hit the attitude adjustment on Kane off the top of the ambulance where Kane went crashing. And Cena went and grabbed his body, threw him in the ambulance, closed the door, ding ding. John Cena won this match. And it was a 21-minute match, and from bell to bell, it was definitely a very hard-hitting affair. Number 6. Drew McIntyre retains the WWE title inside the Elimination Chamber in 2021. Randy Orton and Jeff Hardy started this matchup. Drew McIntyre entered 3rd. Kofi Kingston entered 4th. AJ Styles 5th, and Sheamus was last. Kofi Kingston got the first elimination as he eliminated Randy Orton. Sheamus then immediately eliminated Kofi Kingston, and while McIntyre eliminated Jeff Hardy, Sheamus ended up eliminating AJ Styles, and it came down to the Celtic Warrior Sheamus and the Scottish Warrior Drew McIntyre. They ended up fighting for a few minutes before McIntyre eventually hit a Claymore kick to eliminate Sheamus and retain the WWE title inside the Elimination Chamber. We're honestly not going to talk about what happened after the cage to the Elimination Chamber rose and McIntyre was named victorious. Number 5. The Wyatt family versus The Shield in 2014. This was a 22-minute match, and the brawl started before the match even started. The Shield took control of this match once the bell had rung early and Rowan was in trouble. The Wyatt family then took control by dominating Seth Rollins, and within about 4 or 5 minutes into the match, we had Bray versus Roman, and it was very fast-paced. The Wyatts dominated Rollins. Wyatt and Ambrose ended up fighting into the crowd later on in the match, where Bray Wyatt did eliminate Dean Ambrose, and then Harper and Rowan put Seth Rollins through the announce table, and all of a sudden, it was Roman Reigns against the Wyatt family. And Roman did fight off a few Wyatt family members at first. The numbers ended up coming back to bite Roman as Bray Wyatt ended up hitting a Sister Abigail to get the 1, 2, 3. The Wyatt family won the match and reigned supreme as the most dominant faction in WWE. Number 4. Drew McIntyre versus Kane for the Intercontinental Championship in 2010. This wasn't a long match like all the other ones on this list. This was only a 10-minute match, but the fighting started immediately, and Kane had control, and it was a back-and-forth, slow-paced match. Kane did hit the big boot and the sidewalk slam, and we thought the title was going to change hands, but Drew McIntyre kicked out at 2. Then right towards the end, Drew McIntyre had the referee blinded, and he ended up hitting a thumb to the eye of Kane before hitting a Future Shock DDT, and McIntyre with the 1, 2, 3. Drew McIntyre retained the Intercontinental Championship over Kane, and honestly, it was a lot more entertaining than how I thought it was going to be. Number 3. Shayna Baszler wins the 2020 Women's Elimination Chamber match. Domination. I'll say it again. Domination. That's exactly what this match was. Natalya and Ruby Riott started this match. Sarah Logan entered 3rd. Shayna entered 4th. Liv Morgan entered 5th. And Asuka last. And once Asuka entered, it was over for the entire field. Shayna Baszler eliminated Sarah Logan. Then Shayna Baszler eliminated Ruby Riott. Then Shayna Baszler eliminated Natalya. Then Shayna Baszler eliminated Liv Morgan. And finally, Shayna Baszler eliminated Asuka, winning the chamber and becoming the first person in Elimination Chamber history to eliminate every single competitor on the way to victory. I will say again, Shayna Baszler, dominate. Number 2, Roman Reigns versus Sami Zayn at Elimination Chamber 2023. This was a 32-minute match, and it was for the Universal Championship. It took place in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, which was the home of Sami Zayn. It took a while for this match to fight because the crowd was very passionate, I will say, on how much they liked Sami Zayn, but even more how much they hated Roman Reigns. This was a lot of back and forth as Roman Reigns started to embarrass Sami Zayn in front of the audience and more importantly in front of his wife outside the ring. Eventually, Sami Zayn got it together and he ended up hitting a Superman punch and a haluva kick that honestly the whole world thought we were going to see a new Universal Champion, but oh how Roman kicked out. Sami Zayn hit another haluva kick when the referee was down, and that allowed Jimmy Uso to get involved, and Sami Zayn got kicked out of the ring. Roman Reigns ended up spearing Sami Zayn for the 1, 2, 3 as Roman retained, and it was one of those typical Roman wins because the family comes and helps, and I will admit it probably wouldn't be as high on this list if I didn't acknowledge my tribal chief. And number 1, Bray Wyatt wins the Elimination Chamber and the WWE title 2017. John Cena came into this match as champion, and Cena and Styles started this match. Ambrose came in third, Wyatt fourth, Corbin fifth. The Miz came in last, and Ambrose then eliminated Corbin, while The Miz eliminated Ambrose, and John Cena eliminated The Miz. Immediately, we were down to John Cena, AJ Styles, and Bray Wyatt, and Bray Wyatt went on to eliminate Cena, and at that point, we knew we was going to have a new WWE champion as we were down to Bray Wyatt and AJ Styles. Eventually, Bray Wyatt took a phenomenal forearm and turned it into a Sister Abigail, and Bray Wyatt wins the WWE Championship and his first of his career inside the Elimination Chamber. And that was my top 10 favorite WWE Elimination Chamber matches. What do you think is going to happen at the Elimination Chamber in Perth? Well, I'll let you know what I think is going to happen in my next video at the end of the week when I have my Elimination Chamber predictions. Other than that, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see all of y'all beautiful people in my next video. Bye, y'all.